Yo, what's good, everybody? Back in another video to react to. I don't know why this might be the biggest badass in human history. So this is the cover for this, but this is the cover for this. Or whatever. We'll see. We'll see, bro.
The
This is an
Nazis are
educational
combing
video.
through Warsaw. Behind the door, the man doesn't move. He knows exactly what's happening. This is a roundup, part of Hitler's plan to destroy Poland by annihilating its professional class. Lawyers, writers, doctors, teachers, Jewish Poles, Catholic Poles. They're seized from the streets, from their homes. Thousands of them. Many will be sent to concentration camps. The others will simply be shot. But he has a plan. Unlike the thousands of others, he wants to get caught.
Out! Out!
He's a member of an underground resistance movement. He knows he'll probably be interned and sent to a recently opened concentration camp outside a Polish town called Auschwitz.
Wait. Undercover resistance. That's actually the toughest
He's
shit I heard.
adopted a false identity, Tomasz Zerafinski, and his mission is clear.
Oh my gosh, that's
Enter
the
the
most over
camp,
name of all
form a
time.
resistance, and send reports of Nazi crimes. Now, he can't know that he'll succeed, that he will build a secret network, that he'll smuggle out multiple reports on the murderous labor, the starvation rations, the rising death toll, that he'll watch as the camp expands from labor to death camp, and that the Allies, despite his pleas, will do nothing. This is the story of Witold Pilecki, the man who infiltrated Auschwitz.
He has aura, bro. Did you hear his name? He has aura. I already know he's about to do some fucking insane shit. Oh my gosh. Yo, Fern has to be the best YouTube channel, bro.
This video is largely based on both Pilecki's report and The Volunteer by Jack Fairweather. You'll find links in the description. We'd also like to
Shit's
thank
like damn near a
Bartłomiej
movie.
Kapica at the Pilecki Institute.
Allied government, and Brussels says that Allied troops are moving to their support.
4
The
months
German
before,
army invaded Holland
May
and
10th,
Belgium early this morning
he got arrested
by
on
land
September 19th,
and
I'm
by
pretty sure.
landing from Calais.
It's a crucial moment. Either the Allies will defeat the Germans, or the war will stretch on. Poland's fate hangs in the balance. The reports are terrible.
I come from Poland.
At Dunkirk, the British are routed. Then Paris falls. The news is devastating.
What about America?
The war will
Does America
continue.
help?
It's only been 8 months, but already Poland has been grimly transformed. Germany invaded on September 1st, 1939. Some 1.5 million German troops and more than 2,000 tanks stormed the country. The Blitzkrieg. The Luftwaffe bombed cities and airfields. The Poles fought back but were eventually overpowered. Witold, a 38-year-old second lieutenant in the cavalry reserves, was in the thick of it. His men were mowed down by German tanks in early September. He only narrowly escaped with his life. His beloved Arabian mare fairy tale wasn't so lucky. It was over in minutes. Most of his men injured, captured, or dead. Witold heads for Warsaw. If the capital falls, all will be lost. The retreat of the Poles was plagued by German planes, bombs, bullets. They killed indiscriminately, soldiers and civilians alike. Hitler's orders.
Fuck Hitler.
When Witold arrived in Warsaw on September 6th, he found a city in chaos. The Polish government had fled. Witold left too. He planned to regroup with troops in the east, but each rallying point was bombed before he arrived. On September 9th, Witold and his men headed towards Vukow. On September 13 in Włodawa, it was the same story. But here he met an old military colleague, Major Jan Wódkiewicz. Both men had collected stragglers along the way, a full
Nice.
company's worth. As other members of the military command left the country, Witold and Jan decided to stay and make a stand. But the fight didn't last long. On September 17, the Soviet Union joined in the fray. Back in August, they had signed a non-aggression pact with Germany, splitting Poland between them. On September 28, Warsaw surrendered. For Poland, the war was over. The country was occupied yet again.
Nice.
The occupation is hell.
Wait, what?
Germany has imposed a racial hierarchy. Master
Wait,
race,
where's Warsaw?
Germans. Below them, former Polish citizens who could prove German ancestry. Then laborers, ethnic Poles treated as slaves, facing everyday terror. And finally, Jews, portrayed by the Nazis as subhuman, parasitic, and evil, determined to destroy the German race,
Oh, it's
brutally
capital
persecuted
Poland, I'm
and
down.
destined for total
Okay,
extermination. With the
Yeah, so The Pianist, if you watch The Pianist, just watch it, bro. Best movie of all time, if anybody's watching this.
occupation of Poland, some 3 million Jewish people came under Nazi control. Thousands of Jews have been concentrated in ghettos in the cities. They must wear a Star of David. Their property was confiscated.
Yep,
Thousands are already dead.
it's ridiculous, bro.
After Poland's surrender, Jan and Witold returned to Warsaw and talked strategy. They would form an underground resistance, Jan as leader, Witold as chief recruiter. Their name is Tajna Armia Polska, the secret Polish army. They share information about German operations, spy on Polish informants, stockpile weapons, and they wait, hoping for an opportunity to rise up and revolt. But those hopes were just dashed. The Nazis won at Dunkirk and occupied Paris. In Poland, conditions worsen. Witold almost gets caught in a raid. Afterwards, he adopts his alias, Tomasz Serafiński. Others, like Witold's colleague Władysław Dering, are seized by the SS. Władysław Somacki, the underground's chief of staff, meets the same fate.
Oh my gosh. they have
Jan
aura.
calls
Look
an
at their
emergency
fucking
meeting.
pictures.
They're not sure where Somacki and Dering have been taken, but they have a guess. Reports have emerged that the SS have just opened a new concentration camp outside the small town of Oswiecim, which the Nazis call Auschwitz. The underground knows little about it, but it seems brutal.
The underground? I'm underground.
As long as the camp remains shrouded in secrecy, the underground leadership believes that the Germans can get away with anything there. A great honor has befallen you, Jan tells Witold. They need someone to infiltrate the camp, send reports, and possibly organize an uprising. A great honor. Witold has a wife, Maria, and 2 children,
Oh my
Andrei and
gosh.
Zofia. If he goes, he may never see them again.
Got
From
you,
the
bro.
mysterious camp, the SS sends many death notices to the families of deceased inmates, sometimes along with their blood-splattered belongings. Witold cannot be ordered to go. He has to make a choice. And after a few days, he does. He volunteers.
Volunteers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The train stops, and the horror begins.
Heraus! Raus! Raus!
Chaos, confusion. Witold manages to avoid the blows.
Zu fünfen!
He follows the order, joining a row of 5. Another man follows orders too. He is told to run to the side of the road. It's a lesson. If one man tries to escape, everyone gets punished.
Bro, that's ridiculous.
Arbeit macht frei.
Yo,
Work.
Hitler, I swear, bro, if I was alive during this time, I would literally I would take my 2 fucking hands and choke you the fuck out, you little bitch.
Sets you free. Soon enough, they'll learn what this truly means. For now, though, there's a moment of pause. Everyone is counted.
Like, bro,
Even
This is
in
the
the
definition of
corpses.
hitting someone when they're down. Bro. They
Then the
can't do
nightmare
shit. and they're fucking-
continues. At first, Vitold thinks this
don't
is
give
an
a fuck.
insane asylum.
If I'm one of the...
But then this.
Look, I'm this person right here. I'm fucking elbowing this dude. I'm telling this dude. I'm telling this. Look, I'm gonna communicate. Secret word. I'm gonna be like, okay. Action 6, okay? Action 6 means start fucking punching, okay? So I'm gonna tell this dude, hey, action 6. That's when you can start going crazy. Action 6 of this dude. Action 6, boom. They're gonna aim at me. Boom, hit him. Take his gun. Shoot that dude.
One of the lunatics grabs a man. He demands his profession. A judge, the man responds. Wrong answer. These men aren't lunatics. They are pole-killing machines, or as Vitold will learn to call them, capos. And their first targets are the intelligentsia, judges, priests, lawyers. Only workers and craftsmen are spared. This is Auschwitz concentration camp,
So the
my
smart
dear
people.
sirs.
Okay.
In groups of 100, the
German
men
smart
are sent to
people,
the
nice.
bath. There, a grim announcement.
None of you should hope to get out of this place alive. The rations are calculated for you to survive for 6 weeks. If you live longer, it means you steal. And if you steal, you will be put in the penal company, where you won't stay alive for long.
Then each is transformed
What?
from person
If you
to
survive, you're dying.
prison, stripped, shaved. Vitold's transformation is almost complete. But first, he had
I feel like you have to prepare, bro. Before you get captured, you gotta like... So to survive this, you literally have to like be insanely fucking smart. You gotta... Okay, they're gonna take me to concentration camp, whatever. So you gotta eat hella before that. And then you
broken
get
a
captured
rule.
and then...
The
you're good,
bathkeeper
bro.
had arbitrarily decided he wanted prisoners to hold their registration numbers in their mouths. It was a sort of brutal baptism. From now on, Vitold will have no name, only a number. 4859. 2 13s, double unlucky. His comrades believe it's an evil omen, a sign that he'll die. But Vitold is happy to have them. Above his prisoner number, each man also gets a winkel. There are 5 colors: criminals, people who refuse to work, Jehovah's Witnesses, homosexuals, and people like Vitold, political offenders. The winkles may differ, but for everyone, the days are the same.
There's not a single fucking
A day in Auschwitz
one.
looks like this.
That's good.
5:20 a.m. Up, quick, fold blanket, mattress to the side of the room, dress, quick, quick. Any delay? They call the block elder Bloody Alois for a reason. He will beat you ruthlessly. Single-handedly, he killed several people per day. Quick, to the latrines. You have 5 seconds. Any delay? More beating. Quick, bathe. There's no way to wash properly, but getting water is a matter of life and death. At night, the soles of your feet must be clean. If they're not, ruthless beating. 5:45 a.m. Roll call. By 6 a.m., everyone must
so
be present.
Hitler is literally
If you
just
are
the devil
absent,
reincarnated.
You will be found and publicly killed. Then,
This is
the
ridiculous.
formation
This
of
is
work
worse than hell,
units.
bro.
Here, work often equals death. Vitold doesn't notice yet, but he got lucky.
Worse than hell.
He was
How's that
selected as a
possible,
Stubendienst, a room supervisor, and is allowed to remain on the block. The less fortunate work until 11:28
Like, bro, I don't
a.m.
care, bro. Any other person, like, bro. Even fucking, like, bro, this is ridiculous, bro. People who knew this was going on, like, allies, bro, like, American people, bro, you gotta fucking protest this shit to, like, bro, we need to fucking blitz them, bro. Fuck.
11:30 roll call, 12 to 1 lunch, then more work until evening roll call. Vitold's role is to clean the block when the others leave, and to impose order. If anyone misbehaves, moves slowly, or steps out of line, he should beat them. Vitold keeps the block clean and orderly, but Bloody Alois does not like his methods. For his lack of brutality, Vitold is punished and gets banished from the block. Today, he'll work. He has no idea which work unit to join and ends up in the gravel pit. The gravel is for the
Vitold is a
expansion
good
of
guy,
the
by the way, I'm
crematorium.
pretty sure, right?
Vitold is strong and moves with caution. Rest means a beating, and falling death. But the misfortune of others is also your salvation. Waiting while a fallen comrade is beaten is the only rest you'll get. For 3 days, this is Witold's life. A back-breaking balancing act. No breaks, little
Wait, how
water,
long?
a back you'll get.
3 days?
For 3 days, this is Witold's life. A back-breaking balancing act. No breaks, little water, starvation rations. Right when Witold thinks he won't be able to survive another day, Bloody Alois allows him back on the block. Now you know what work at the lager means, he says.
Dumbass, you're worse.
There's only one benefit Witold can see to these horrendous conditions.
I'll fucking kill him.
They might unite the prisoners. And unity is exactly what his mission requires.
Exactly. Oh!
My gosh, wait, I didn't know you actually fucking created a resistance.
At that time, my main goal was to establish a military organization in order to
This is
1.
Vern.
Build
The
up
main
inmate
Vern dude.
spirit by distributing and circulating news from the outside. 2. Provide, as much as possible, additional food and distribute undergarments among the members. 3. Pass on information on what was going on in the camp to the outside world. And, most importantly, 4. Prepare the Zhao Zone troops to seize control of the camp at an opportune moment, following an airdrop of weapons or troops landing
That's
in the
scary,
area.
bro, because one of them could switch up just for like
To
more
accomplish
food or
any
like
of
less
this,
beatings.
Witold will need help. First, he finds Władysław Dering. He is pale, sickly, but alive,
Okay.
working as a
Fine.
nurse on
You
the
can trust
hospital
him.
ward.
You can trust him.
From Dering, Witold learns that Władysław Słomacki is also
another
still
person you
alive,
can trust.
working
Nice.
in the construction office. He's helped with building projects around the camp.
But shit,
In
bro.
Auschwitz, there are countless ways to die. A brutal beating, a bullet to the head. But one killer is deadlier than the rest. Hunger. Later, the SS devised a survival time formula. Life expectancy in months equals 5,000 divided by the deficit of calories. Daily rations are 1,800 calories. Calories needed to sustain hard labor are 2,700. 900 calories short. 5,000 divided by 900 equals 5.5 months. In reality, the prisoner's daily caloric intake was even lower. Each day is a deficit leading
It's probably
toward
lower than
death.
that, like fucking
Managing
200
calories will
calories.
require cooperation. And that means recruitment. Witold trusts Dering and Słomacki. They are first. Then 3 more, forming a command group of 6. After that, it's a delicate and dangerous endeavor. Recruiting strangers. Who to trust? These men are patiently
Exactly.
waiting to betray their fellow prisoners.
Exactly.
The SS will pay them for their service with a scrap of bread. Not everyone
Exactly,
stoops
bro.
this
That's
low,
what I was just saying.
but hunger corrodes the soul. Anyone could break. So
But see, look, like, at that point, you're not even in the right mental state, bro. So, it's like, you don't even look at these dudes as prisoners. You just see, oh, I'm trying to survive another day. I need another piece of food. Like,
Your hunger
Witold
literally
watches for
takes over
acts
you,
of
bro. Like,
altruism. He selects for selflessness. The network grows, and its effects begin to be felt.
nice.
Room supervisors are instructed to serve
One
the
person
weakest
could ruin
first,
us all, though.
and
That's the
recruits
thing.
aren't to
It's
ask for
crazy.
seconds, ensuring equal rations for all. Meanwhile, Słomacki's made an important connection. The Stubkas, a family living near the train station close to the camp. They are willing
Nice.
to help. The mother Helena distracts the guards. Słomacki and his team of surveyors use the family's toilet, where food and medicine has been stashed for them. Helena also
Give
shares
them energy.
information.
Give them energy, nice.
England has not fallen.
So
The
that way
news
they're
in
is
the right
good.
mental state.
For
Shit.
Witold, doubly so. If information can be smuggled into the camp, perhaps it can also be smuggled out. This is an extraordinary story from one of the darkest periods of human history. We work hard
The
to tell
darkest,
it
bro.
well. This is Thomas, one of our self-taught art directors and animators.
I learned Blender during COVID when there wasn't anything else to do, watching tutorials and trying to figure things out on the
30 as best they can. By noon roll call. Vitold's 37th.
28th.
By now, the resistant network has grown.
October, full
They've
month after.
supported each other as best they can. Here,
Month and a
in the
week
courtyard
after.
though, there's nothing they can do. A prisoner is
Less than a
missing.
week after the
No
original
one is
arrest.
allowed to move until he's found. First, the temperature falls. Then darkness falls. Then, the bodies. The timing could hardly be worse.
Yeah, this is when people
Vitold has
start
finally
dying,
found
bro.
someone to smuggle a message out of the camp. Now, the plan is at risk. You can't smuggle anything if you die of pneumonia. And as the prisoners drop, death seems more and more likely. Not that Vitold believes his message will change their fate, for his request is not for assistance, it's for annihilation. Alexander Wielopolski has memorized the urgent and well-thought
Good
request
shit, bro.
sent on behalf of
Good
comrades
shit.
by the witness of their
Bro, like, you don't understand how hard this shit is mentally, bro. Like, they're not in their right fucking brains, bro. Like, they literally, this shit is insane.
torment.
Like, I don't even want to, like,
Bomb the
imagine
camp.
what's going on through their brain.
How many have already died here? At first, the number remained a grim mystery. Then, Vitold cracked it. The truth lies in the registration numbers. They correspond to the order of arrival, and the newcomers have numbers in the 6,000s. At roll call, though, they are only about 5,000 men. 1,000 men dead in a month. Death seems
Yeah, bro.
inevitable. If the Allies bomb the camp, some prisoners might escape in the confusion. Even if they all die, it will not be in vain.
In the end, their idea was they want every person in Poland or that's Jewish, they want everyone to die. And they wanted them to die of, like, exhaustion, but they still wanted them to do work for them. It's just crazy,
As
bro.
long as Auschwitz is destroyed, Vitold and his comrades must get their message to Warsaw. Helena Stupka couldn't help. She had no connections,
Just dumb,
couldn't
bro.
travel.
Like, that was never gonna work.
But there's another way. In these early days in Auschwitz, it's still possible for a prisoner's family to buy his freedom.
Really?
And finally, it happened. A 31-year-old was scheduled to be released, Alexander Wielopolski. But smuggling a written report is far too dangerous. Alex had to memorize the message.
Memorize it.
From noon to 9, they stand, waiting. Finally, the missing prisoner is found, dead, beside a pile of logs. By morning, another 86 are dead. More succumb to pneumonia in the coming days. One of Vitold's closest allies among them. But the plan remains intact. Alexander survives. He carries
It's crazy, bro, because they weren't even handling the dead bodies, bro. They were killing them, then making the prisoners, like, take the dead prisoners. It's like, bro.
the message out, beyond the
Victory,
barbed
bro.
wire fences, and
I
is
don't even know how
gone.
they did it, bro.
For those left behind, it seems certain. Death will come. The only question is in what form. October becomes November. November, December. But no bombs fall. Meanwhile, Vitold's message is on the move. From Warsaw to Switzerland, through France to Spain, and from there to London, the underground finds a way.
The prisoners begged the Polish government for the love of
Bro, the thing is, this shit could be going on in, like, North Korea and shit. We don't know, bro. Like, prisoner camps, underground or some
God
shit.
to bombard these warehouses. Should they die in the
That's what's
attack,
scary.
it would be a relief given the conditions.
In January 1941, the bombing request reaches the Air Ministry in London. But over the course of its transmission, it's been shortened. The nightmarish camp conditions are only briefly mentioned. In the end, the chief of the air staff is curt and decisive. An attack on the camp would be an undesirable diversion and unlikely to achieve its purpose. Back in Auschwitz, Vitold fell ill. The labor, the lack of food, the relentless misery, it's finally caught up to him. Now he's here in the hospital ward. But in Auschwitz, this is not a place where people recover. Vitold has come to understand the meaning of the sign at the entrance. Arbeit macht frei. Work sets you free. It grants the freedom of death, a corpse's escape through the crematorium. If the fever doesn't kill him, the lies surely will. He kills as many as he can. A futile task. Luckily, the resistance network saves him. He manages to get a note to Dering, and Daring sneaks him to a different room with an uninfested bed. There, Witold fights his fever. Waking, sleeping, waking, sleeping, waking, sleeping, waking, sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
February is almost over, and Witold
Bro, September, October, November, December, February. 5 months of this
has
shit,
nearly
bro.
regained his health. Without Daring, he almost certainly would have died. Meanwhile, the resistance is growing. By March, there are several hundred members with connections all across the camp. The camp itself is
Kept him
also
alive too long, you
growing.
dumbass
This
fucking-
is part of a major expansion, from holding 10,000 prisoners to 30,000. This means job openings and opportunities for Witold's men to fill them. One recruit gets a capo job, another manages the stables. The underground is gaining a bit more control. It can offer a little protection, a little extra food, but these are merely means of delaying the inevitable. Since its opening, Auschwitz has admitted over 15,000 prisoners. Not even a full year has passed, and only 8,500 remain. 6,500 men
Oh my
dead.
gosh.
This number seems monstrous. Witold doesn't know it yet, but it's about to get exponentially worse. This is the largest army the world has ever seen. Over 3 million men from the Axis powers, 600,000 tanks and other motorized vehicles, a 1,000-mile front. It's June 22, 1941, and Germany is invading the Soviet Union. The Red Army falls in a flash.
What?
The prisoners of war are put in pens, like animals. Each week a new batch, hundreds of thousands of them. Soon enough,
Wait, the Soviet Union and fucking Germany were at war? I never knew that.
they begin to arrive in
Wait, so how the fuck was Germany even a thing? It was literally them versus the world. Like, I don't get that.
Auschwitz. At first, a few hundred, then a few hundred more. Disposing of them is messy at first, inefficient, but the Germans hone their technique. In November, Witold witnesses it.
I counted 8 hundreds. The building these prisoners were entering was the crematorium.
Maybe he thinks they'll be given underwear, clothing. But why there?
One can remain naive till one's last breath.
chambers, bro.
Zyklon B, a cyanide-based delousing agent. Upon contact with the air, the pellets turn into a toxic gas. This is Auschwitz's first gas chamber, with industrial-scale killing capacity.
Gosh.
Later on, I found out that
Their plan was to just make them work. Oh, work sets you free, right? Work sets you free, yeah. Death,
there was
bro.
over 1,000 of them in total.
This was their plan the entire
By
time.
now, there are nearly as many Soviet prisoners as Polish ones in the camp. They've been put to work constructing a new camp, Birkenau. It will accommodate another 100,000 prisoners. Over the course of the winter months, 11,400 Soviets are killed.
There was a constant
What?
outflow of prisoners through the chimney of the crematorium.
Wait. How?
This
wait,
may
how?
be by far the most common way out of the camp, but Witold knows there are others.
Bro. Bro, no, how is Germany doing this shit? I don't get it. Literally, it's them versus the world. I don't get this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If Russia, UK, the British, I know the UK and British are the same thing, Canada, Mexico, like, bro. How the fuck were, like, bro, why would we own it? Just fucking bomb?
Alexander Vilopolsky wasn't the only prisoner to
whole
leave the
Europe?
camp
Like, I
his
don't get
freedom
this shit.
purchased.
I don't get it.
More than 300 others have left this way.
I don't get it.
Some of them carried reports from the underground. Karo Switorseki, a report on death figures and camp conditions. Ferdinand Trochniki, a report on death figures and Birkenau. Even Vladislav Surmatsky, he carried a similar report. Witold stays. He knows his wife Maria might try to buy his freedom. He may have explicitly requested that she not. We don't know for sure. Auschwitz, he believes, is the centerpiece of the Nazis' plans for domination. and he continues to believe the Allies will intervene. He wants to be here when they do. That can't be said for everyone. Some try to escape. Usually that looks like this: impulsive and pointless, unless the point is death. Often it is. In Auschwitz there's a slang phrase for suicide: to go for the wires. But some escapes are audaciously planned and successful. This is a Steyr 220, the camp commandant's car. 6 cylinders, 2.3 liters.
Steal
And
it.
this is Eugeniusz, a mechanic. He
Good
dreams
shit,
of
son.
stealing it. If he could get out the gate,
Good
no
shit,
vehicle would be
son.
fast enough to catch him.
This shit's
There's only
inspirational,
one
bro.
problem:
Genuinely.
the checkpoint.
Don't think, bro, nobody here died for nothing, bro. All this was for something, bro. This was the end of fucking multiple shit, bro.
He'd need
so-
to look the part. He'd need to sound it too. This is where his friend Kazi comes in. He's fluent in German, and he knows where the spare uniforms are
Good
kept.
shit, bro.
A plan takes shape. Vito thinks that maybe, just maybe, it's crazy enough to work. He has Stanislav Jasta join him with another memorized message. A monk named Josef Lempart rounds out the group.
Good shit.
June 20th, a Saturday. They spring into action.
Bro, 2 years of this shit, bro. They were in a prison camp for 2 fucking years.
Break into the storeroom,
Like,
pile in the
come
car.
on, bro. Where's the
Now
allies
they're
at?
here.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Jaster whispers to Kazik, "Do something.
Mach auf!
Open up." It works. The guards open the gate. The deputy commandant passes on his horse. The SKPs salute him. He salutes back. Then they drive through the gate.
Good shit.
Freedom. It's like something out of a movie.
Dumbass guards.
But
See,
the
look,
report-
See, look, you don't realize, bro. You don't realize that hunger they've been through. It makes you smarter than them, bro. Because they survived through that shit. They don't realize that, bro. You guys were handed everything in life. You fucking guards.
They carry out of the camp could not be more
The lower
serious.
you low, the higher.
I
the
wonder what the
highs are,
SS
bro.
men were thinking. There were many women and children in these carriages, sometimes babies in their cradles. Here they were to end their lives altogether, like a herd of animals led for slaughter.
Vitol does not know its name, but this is the final solution. They arrive by the thousand. By the thousand, they're gassed and burned. It is 1942, the year Auschwitz-Birkenau becomes a central site for the systemic mass murder of Jewish people. The mass gassings began in May. The resistance watches as more and more and more people are brought here to be killed. There are 2 options: do nothing or resist. And finally, they
Bro, fucking. Yo. Oh my god, bro. Just fucking punch them and take their gun or do something, bro. Why you just walking in the gas chamber, bro? At least fucking go out trying to do something.
decide to
Fuck.
resist. A plan for an
Hey, bro,
uprising
if
has
I'm one of those kids, bro, and I realize I'm about to go into a fucking gas chamber, and there's a guard right behind me, where it's like I'm in the middle of the fucking pack, I'm gonna slowly walk, get to the back of the line, make small talk with people, or just stay silent and do something. I'm at least try and fucking hit one of them and shoot one of them or some shit before I go out.
already
bro.
been
Fuck it.
outlined. In the evening, before roll call, work units returning, it's a moment of
Like, bro,
flux.
look, you outnumber them, bro. I know you're weak and fucking starving, but like, 2 people, 1 person, 2 people, 1 person, 2 people, 1 person, 2 people, 1 person, 2 people, 1. Bro, do something, man.
If they
Fuck.
strike then, maybe one group can overpower the guards
Yes.
here and here, while
Yes.
another group seizes weapons here. Armed, they might stand a chance.
Just
By
takes
now, the
1
underground
person with
boasts
a gun,
about
bro. Have you
1,000.
never made a snowball and rust? Bro, all you need, you can make a, bro, Matt, you can fucking kill someone with a rock, take an AK. That AK can lead you to fucking box of AKs, bro. And what we can do with a box with AKs with fucking tons of people, bro? A lot of shit.
Men with a vast network of connections. But Vitold still fears the worst. Without external support,
People
the
will
prisoners
die.
will
Yes,
very
people will
likely
die,
be
bro.
slaughtered.
Yes,
But
people will
support
die.
still has not come, despite his many messages. More and more, it seems the prisoners must rise
They'll
up
die either
alone.
way, bro. So why not try and make a stand?
Witold's fears have come true. The uprising did not go well, all because of a misunderstanding.
Oh my gosh.
The uprising had been planned for 6 p.m. on June 10th, the end of the workday.
June 10th.
But that
God, that was 2 days ago, bro.
day at 4:30 p.m.,
2 days
a
ago,
whistle blew.
78 years ago.
A break? Or was this it? The time to strike. Some acted, others didn't. Only 2 prisoners managed to escape.
Okay.
Those left behind are punished. Witold survives, but morale plummets. 1942 becomes 1943. Witold's messages have reached Warsaw. He described the horror in all its detail.
Phenol. That was the new instrument of murder. On average, 1,000 people were burned every day. Young boys aged 10 to 14 or 15 were picked from these transports. The SS men would rifle through suitcases and wallets looking for gold, money, and diamonds. The camp authorities had them all murdered with phenol injections.
But liberating Auschwitz would be extremely difficult.
Bro, why? I don't get why it's been 3 years and there's no help. I don't get this shit. I don't get this shit.
Would there be enough Polish underground fighters to overwhelm the SS?
Any person with a brain or like... Bro, I'm looking it up. Roosevelt. Dog shit as president, bro. Dog shit. Didn't do shit, bro. Didn't help no one.
Would the
bro.
Allies
What are you
support
doing,
the attack
bro?
with airstrikes? In Warsaw, few see any chance of success. Witold is still determined. Maybe
you
if he
fucking
delivers a
doing,
report
bro?
himself, he can persuade the resistance movement to intervene. To do that, though, he has to get out. But how?
What are you doing, bro? Genuinely. Roosevelt, bitch ass Roosevelt, not doing shit.
Civilian clothing, money, knife. They need all this once they make it out. If they make it out. Apples, honey, jam, sugar for bribes. Cured tobacco to throw the dogs off their scent. And if they're caught, cyanide capsules. Witold collects it all. The plan is to escape from here, the bakery. It only has 2 guards, but that doesn't mean it's easy to leave. This is Jan Recce. He works on the baker squad and cases the premises. The windows are barred. There's a single entrance. It's locked and double bolted. There's also this latch, always fastened by the departing shift. Witold and Jan might be able to steal a door key. But what about the latch? Then Jan has an idea. The bolt is attached with a nut from inside the door. Maybe they could unscrew it somehow. In the end, their plan's crucial ingredient is bread.
Chop them up in pieces, bro.
Jan uses a piece of dough to make an imprint. He does
Cut
the
off their
same
heads,
with
bro.
the
Put
key.
them on a fucking pike.
Witold has a wrench made to fit the nut. He has a key made too. Jan tests it.
Disrespect their bodies, bro. Piss on their
It
bodies
works.
after you kill them.
The bakery squad walks out of Auschwitz's front under the Arbeit macht frei sign. Witold and Jan are among them. Also Edik, a 19-year-old who'd helped Witold and been invited to escape. Bribes got them here. For the capo, to convince him to let Edik and Witold work on the bakery squad. For the bakers who let Edik and Witold take their shifts. They won't get this shift again. They have one shot. Tonight or never.
Knife them. Knife them all to fucking death.
Darkness has fallen. They'd planned to be gone by now. But there's a problem. It's raining, and an off-duty SS officer and his girlfriend are sheltering beneath the eaves of the bakery.
Fucking knife
An
them.
hour
Knife them
passes.
both. Knife them
2.
both.
The odds of escape diminish with
Knife
each
them
passing
fucking both. I
minute.
don't give a fuck about that fucking woman.
Finally, the rain
You date
stops and the
wrong
lovers
fucking person,
leave.
woman.
There's no time to
Knife
lose. There's a plausible excuse to enter the storage room. They need more fuel. Edek pushes a wheelbarrow for coal. Witold starts chopping wood. He makes as much noise as possible to cover for the sounds of Jan dealing with the door. First, Jan twists off the nut. Now, the bolts. Suddenly, an SS officer pokes his head through the door. He looks at Witold and Edek. They freeze. Busted.
Chop him.
Maybe.
Chop him the fuck
He
up.
walks across the room toward the bakery entrance.
Chop him.
Luckily, Jan made it to the toilet. The SS officer is suspicious, but not very
Chop
observant.
him the fuck up.
He walks away. The plan is still on. Edek uses
Bro,
a knife
chop
to
them
cut
both
the
up,
phone
bro.
wires. If they get out, they don't want the SS calling for backup. Vitold and Edek grab their civilian clothes. Jan has already changed into his. Now, there's one last step. But the lock doesn't budge. Jan tries again. Fails. There's no time to waste, and they're so close. Jan pushes against the door. Vitold joins him. The door bends, but stays closed. Another great heave, and
You didn't chop him up?
they're out. The stars are shining in the sky.
I would have chopped him the
Jan
fuck up.
sprints ahead toward the river. Vitold
Give a
follows,
fuck.
Edek beside him. Shots ring out behind them. They don't look back. Across a bridge, along the river. They run and run. Ahead, cover. They're almost there. But now they have to walk. Slowly, they can't attract attention. Finally, they make it to the forest. And vanish into the trees.
Yes!
What a contrast with the camp in which I felt I had spent 1,000 years. A silence far from the roar of humanity,
Oh my god.
far from man's scheming. A silence in which there was not a
Real
living
sunlight,
soul.
bro.
Real
We were
sunlight.
enchanted by everything. We were in love with the world, just not with its people.
Vitold is finally free.
I would have chopped them the fuck up and ate them, bro. I don't give a fuck. I would have pissed on their fucking dead fucking bodies too.
The execution is quick. A bullet to the back of the head. In the 5 years since his escape, Vitold has remained loyal to Poland.
What?
The country is now under Soviet control. Vitold sent information about the occupation to the Polish government in exile.
What?
He lived under various aliases. He changed jobs regularly. But at least he was reunited with his family. Eventually, the communists caught him. The list of alleged crimes is long. Forged documents, illegal firearms, espionage for foreign imperialism. Brutal interrogations followed. A show trial. And now this. The Polish communist authorities tried to kill his story too. They had executed a man who most Poles would consider a hero. A fact they tried to consign to the ash heap of history. And they almost succeeded. His story was hidden for decades. After his escape, Vitold wrote a comprehensive report chronicling the horrors of Auschwitz. It wasn't published until 1991. More than 40 years after his execution, he was rehabilitated. Later, he was awarded the Order of the White Eagle, Poland's highest military honor.
Should have chopped
His
them
grave
the fuck up and pissed on them for
Has never been found.
lived, bro. His grave has never been found. That's just sad, bro. Rest in peace to Vito, bro. I'll never forget this story, so you didn't die for nothing, bro. I'll keep on fighting for you, bro. I'm not joking either. This is real life, so thank you. Inspiration